Let's go. So if we look at the dollar, we'll see that we did hit our weekly target. Can you all see my chart?
Yep.
All right, cool beans. So we'll see that we did hit our weekly chart. I mean our weekly target. Um no, Corman did decide to join us. Okay, well I'll go ahead and go over the I'll still go ahead and do the technical, and I'll let her come behind me with the review of the fundamentals. So yeah, so looking at the dollar, mm, mute everybody. All right, looking at the dollar, we see that the dollar opened here on the week. We opened here Sunday when the markets opened up. Monday night, we was here. I told you guys that if we couldn't get back above this level, previous highs, that we could expect to see the dollar retest this structure here. We see that we did get that pull back, couldn't break above the high, previous highs. So we did get that retest of this level. And then Wednesday night, we was here. I told you guys that if we couldn't get back above this structure, then of course we would expect the dollar to sell off to this structure to the downside, which was our weekly target, which we see we did reach with ease. With that being said, let's look at our currency pairs and our weekly targets for our currency pairs. Um, I told you guys that I did, of course, expect to see Euro USD be bullish this week. Why? Because we know and understand that our currency pairs go in the opposite direction of the dollar. So we was expecting the dollar to be bearish. So therefore, we're expecting currency pairs to be bullish. We see that we did get a beautiful push off of the structure. Uh, we didn't quite reach target of 222 pip, which I really didn't expect to reach that whole um, price target. However, reach, we did get 111 pips out of that trade setup or analysis, should I say. So we did get 111 pips out of that analysis. That's dope. Um, let's look at GBPUSD. Um, we see that we opened here Sunday. We was here Monday night for class. I told you guys that I did want to see price reach up for this target price. Um, we see we had the pullback, respect of the structure, and we had this beautiful bullish move to the upside to reach our weekly target. Easy, breezy, peasy. Um, NZDUSD was crazy all over the place. She did what she wanted to do this week. Chalk it up to the game. It is what it is. Um, Silver did reach my overall weekly target, which was this structure. However, it did give me a little bit more of a pullback than what I expected. I did only expect to see silver pull back to this structure, but silver did give us a squeeze out, a shakedown, as we call it. And then it did give us our up move to reach our weekly target. So that's cool beans. Gold. Gold did respect the level and give us the push that we wanted. Um, Pushed up. to retest levels. Didn't quite make it to the weekly target. However, still paid out great pippage, over 3,000 pips. So moving on to oil, I told you guys that I wanted to see oil reach back up to retest structure. If we did indeed retest this structure here in the beginning of the week and respect this structure, and we did retest it here, respect it, and gave you another opportunity here, second retest, and then it ran away from here. So that was good. Only a few pips away from target. So this is a great week, great week. Looking at U30, U30 just kind of accumulated all week, didn't really give us a lot of big moves. So yeah, it is what it is. I was able to Skype a little bit out of U30, but U30 didn't give me nothing clear and concise that I wanted to see this week. I really wanted to see U30 sell back down to retest this level at 34,600 and then maybe even come back down here. But since we didn't achieve that this week, I'm gonna wait and see how we open up when the markets open up for this next upcoming trading week. So with that being said, I will stop the recording. No, I'm sorry. I'll pass it over to Carmen so Carmen can go over a review for the weekly fundamentals. So it is all yours, Carmen.
Hey everybody, I am going to keep it short when it comes to the fundamentals for this week. So we had a pretty exciting week with news. It was very topsy-turvy. Had a lot of earnings that came out this week that helped to push and influence the market. One big thing that I want to tell you guys going into the weekend and also for next week. So Congress today was supposed to extend the renters benefits and the postponement of payments and stuff for rent and for mortgages. Well, it didn't pass. So those people who owe back rent, mortgages, that sort of thing, starting tomorrow, they could face eviction. So that's something big we're going to be looking at, considering that I told you guys we were going to be looking at pending home sales and talking about that news. But also next week is NFP. So NFP, with it being an NFP week, next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are going to be major days. So just make sure you govern your trades accordingly going into next week, because Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are going to be the heavy trading days. And just back to what I said really quick about the thing with Congress. So they're on vacation now. They're on their summer holiday, their summer break. Pending home sales were off. They did not meet expectations. They actually dropped, which shows a sign that the market is slightly overpriced for a lot of people right now. Also, with there being a shortage of funds in the marketplace, that's also another reason why pending home sales are off. So we definitely have to continue to pay attention to that, as well as the fact that our unemployment claims were up today. So our GDP was off, unemployment claims were up, pending home sales were off target. Our producing or consumption, our personal consumption expenditure was off. So a lot of our economic indicators that typically come out at the end of the month were off. They all like missed target, especially the news for our GDP that came out. So make sure you guys are just in tune with that news, because it came out at the end of the week. It's going to carry over into the beginning of next week. And then NFP next week. Those are the big things to pay attention to. crypto, pay attention to crypto. There's slightly, I could say a few more rules coming out with crypto. But for the most part right now, there's starting to be a slight rebound in the market because of companies like Amazon, Facebook, and Google adding some crypto services to their platforms. So just make sure that you're aware of those, and pay attention to any news about homes, evictions, and that sort of thing over the weekend. And that's all that I have.
Cool beans, cool beans. Appreciate that, Carmen. So with that being said, I'll start recording at this time and take any questions.